Hi everyone and welcome to this video. So last weekend I went to Megacon and of course that means I do have a haul of things that I picked up there. So we will be going through those today. I actually didn't pick up too much, but I still like having these kind of convention centric hauls. I do think they're really fun. I will also say this is my first time going to Megacon and I really actually kind of like that kind of size convention. It just feels like there's a good amount of things to do, but I don't feel overwhelmed with how much there is to do, to make sure like I can get it all done in the time that I'm there, as well as like two big crowds where you can't even like get around, because I find that is an issue a lot with like MCM Comic Con, which is the biggest conventions really in the UK. So I really liked the size of that convention. I did also spend some time over the weekend filming some content and videos for Dear Japan, which I guess I'll kind of preview here. But if you didn't know, Dear Japan is my online retail store for anime and manga merch and stuff. It is UK only, unfortunately, at the moment, but I am going to be posting some content on TikTok and stuff, so if you're interested in that kind of stuff, then I will put the link in the description and on the video, so you can go check it out if you are interested. But yes, that's enough of me plugging that. Without further ado, it is haul time. So I'm going to start with the stuff that isn't Artist Alley, just because I have less of it. So starting up, we have my unexpected biggest purchase of the con, which was the pop-up parade for Homura from Madoka Magica. This pop-up parade, when it initially went for pre-order, I really wanted it actually. It reminded me a lot of a specific figure that there is of Homura, but it's very hard to get, and so I really wanted kind of this version. However, I opted on not getting it just because I do already have quite a lot of Madoka Magica figures and I didn't necessarily need it. But I saw it for the convention and it was priced at £40, which is actually a really good price if you consider that before shipping the conversion rate for pop-up parades is about £30, so I would say it actually worked out pretty well. And basically when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is tempting. And my friend who I was with, she also was like, oh, that is kind of tempting. If you're not going to get it, I'm going to get it. And then we went to another store and we saw the same figure for the exact same price. And we were like, okay, we saw this on the Saturday. So we said, if it's still there on the Sunday, if they're both still there on the Sunday, we both have to get the figure. And obviously it was still there. So we did both get the figure. Maybe I'll put the proof shot here, but yes, I'm not actually going to open it in this video. I will probably just throw it in a figure haul that I am going to be doing soon. So if you want to see her open and unboxed, please do go see it there. But she is very pretty and I'm so excited to open her. But yes, unexpected big purchase of the con. Every time I go to a con, I'm like, I really hope there's not a figure I want there, because seeing it in person is just, it's always way too tempting. And especially when the price is actually good, because normally figure prices at conventions aren't really good, but that was a good price. And then the last non-Artist Alley things that I bought were some Idol 7 things. So these were actually at the store that my friend was buying the figure from. And I remember literally just before we got to the store, I was like, you know what's crazy? I haven't seen a single Idol 7 merch thing, like official merch, which normally I see like one or two things. And then I have this rule, which is a dumb rule. I don't know why this rule started. I don't know how it started. But when I go to a convention, if I see something Idol 7, I have to get it. Like, not everything, but like if there is something Idol 7 there, I do have to get it. And then when my friend was buying the figure, in front of us there was this like box of plushies, and I stupidly looked in it and I saw, guess who? So we do have this little Gaku Nui, which has a little King Pudding hoodie, which I think is super cute, and I always see these and I'm always like, oh, this is so cute. So I'm glad to have one, and I'm glad it's Gaku because I'm actually still missing his Nendoroid, so it kind of fills that gap in the meantime. But yes, love Gaku. And then of course I did get Momo as well. There was another Momo one, and then I believe there was a smaller Tamaki one, but as I said, I don't get everything, but you know, I have to get something. It's quite funny, this is like strapped to the back, but yes, here he is out of the plastic and free. But yes, and then after I bought these, the vendor was like, oh, on the side of the booth there's actually more Idol 7 stuff, and I was like, why would you say that? Anyway, so I looked through everything and I ended up getting this little Riku badge. There we go. I'll keep it in the badge case. It's kind of nice that it's in a badge case actually. But yeah, just this little Riku badge, which I just thought was really cute. I like the chibi art style and I liked the signature. I actually do have one in a similar style for Soko and Tamaki, but yes, this is the Riku one. Super cute. So yes, those were my vendor pickups. So next we will move on to the artist alley stuff. So for all of these, I didn't unfortunately get a business card for all of them. However, I do know the artists for all of them, so I will put them on screen. And then also, everything is not necessarily in the right bag, just because I always take out everything to take a picture of the haul and post it on Instagram, which I guess if you want a sneak preview of the hauls, you can check out Instagram. I barely ever post, but that's one thing I do always post because I always want to credit the artist that I got things from. Anyway, that was a tangent. But yeah, so not all of them are in like the corresponding bag. And I just like to say that because sometimes, you know, the way artists package things is important. So yeah. Okay. First up, I would say this was my biggest kind of impulsive purchase of the con. So I did get these 4 keychains. I don't know the artist off the top of my head, but as I said, I will put it on the screen. But I have bought from this artist before. I have a March keychain of theirs, and I saw that they have a Firefly one. And I've said this before, I don't know why, but Firefly just like doesn't have much merch for artists here. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, I absolutely need to get her to match the March. Obviously, these all have a plastic film on them, which I am not going to take off for now. Yes, and then I was like, oh, they have this really adorable Madoka and Homura one. So I wanted to get these 2 initially. But they were having this deal, which was if you buy 3, you get 1 free. And initially I was like, oh, I don't know if there's any others I want because I have way too many adventuring keychains. I need you to know, it's a problem. I need to cut myself off. And I also have one that's kind of in a similar pose. So I was like, oh, I don't really need the adventuring. So I was literally like in the middle of making a transaction when this facial caught my eye, and I don't have a facial keychain. And so my mind was like, well, I really like facial. So why don't I buy facial and then I'll just throw in the adventuring because. So I got these 2 and then I got these ones of adventuring and facial. So that was my kind of biggest impulsive purchase moment, I would say. But they're all super cute and I can't wait to hang them up. By the way, the reason I keep the plastic film on is because after cons, I do just throw them all in a box together, and then when I have time to like rearrange stuff like I did in my room makeover, then that's when I'll like take off all the films and stuff, because then I'm actually displaying them. But in the meantime, I like them to be protected. And then I believe the rest is prints, actually, aside from 1 keychain. Oh no, I lied, there is another keychain. You may recognise this artist because they do a lot of Idol 7 stuff, and so I have bought from them before. And once again, they had these Idol 7 mystery keychains, so both me and my friend got one. And I did get Sogo, which I was super happy with. If I try not to drop him. But yes, Sogo is my second favourite character from Idol 7, so I was super happy to get him. But yes, this was the only thing I bought from them this time. Okay, next up, this is a purely prints one. So this was the artist for these ones. The main thing that I wanted to get was this little Okami print. Every time I go to a convention, I see like the most gorgeous Okami prints, and I never get them. But this one I just really wanted. I love the design, and I really like the colour of the background, actually. I know that's a weird thing to like, but I really like how it contrasts well with the flames of Amaterasu. So yes, I got that. And then while I was getting that, I also got this cute Sylveon Game Boy print, because Sylveon's my favourite Megacon, and I liked the colour scheme. So yes, that was those prints. Oh, and then this was actually my last purchase of the con. Obviously, it's not the last thing I'm showing off in this video. But I got this Skate OVA print it's from this artist, but once again, I will put the actual name on the screen. But the day before we went to the con, me and my friend did watch the Skate OVA, so I just thought it was fitting. And I loved this like AU they did of them being in a JRPG fantasy world. So I thought it was super cute. I also really like the rounded edges. Not many prints do that, so I thought that was a cool touch. But yes, so that is that print. Oh, and next up we have something that I was so excited to see, and you might be able to tell from the top print. So all of these were from this artist, which once again I will put on the screen. But I was browsing through, and guess what caught my eye? Of course, it was a Sasaki Miyano print, which I was so happy to see. Look how cute they are! I love this art style as well. It's just, it's so cute. And I think this is the last one, because it was the last one on the stand. So I'm so glad that I managed to see it, and I managed to get it. And then, of course, as you can see, I did buy some other prints, because I just really liked this artist's art style. So this one is actually of their OC. Please stop focusing on Sasaki Miyano. I know they're really cute, but not right now. But yeah, so this was of the artist OC, but I really, really liked the design. I loved the sunflowers. Recently I found that I'm very endeared to characters with white silver hair and like blue eyes. I know they have heterochromia, is that right? For some reason, I've just had a fondness of that. I'm gonna blame Mahoyaku and Arthur for being just kind of endeared to that type of character. But yes, so I really, really liked this print. I also really love sunflowers. I used to have like these sunflower stickers that decorated the walls of my room, so that would have been perfect if I still had those. And then I did get this Ivan and Till print, which is super gorgeous and tragic. It kind of reminds me of the stands that got released recently. I'm not sure if they're released or they were just announced, but it's super pretty and I love the lighting on that so much. And then I got this print of this free run moment, which is probably still one of my favourite, if not my favourite moment from free run. It was so impactful for me the first time I watched it, and it's just super, super gorgeous. And once again, I love the use of colour. So yeah, those were all the prints I got from that artist, which I'm completely biased because there was a Sasaki Miyano print. That was probably my favourite purchase of the con. Purely because of Sasaki Miyano. But the art is gorgeous too. But all of the art is gorgeous. Otherwise I wouldn't buy it, would I? Let's do this one next and then we'll save that one for last. So here is our next lot. So this is from an artist I have bought from before quite a few times. I usually buy keychains from them, but this time I bought some prints. And this is also the artist that I bought like the pudding charm from previously, and I really, really wanted another one, but I decided just to stick with prints for now. So I got 4 prints. So we have this one of the Aliens stage crew, which is super cute. I also saw that they had like keychains of these, which was tempting, but I decided to just go for the art print so I could get everyone, because I don't have much of everyone actually. And then following the Alien stage theme, I did get this Sua and Mizzy print, or prints, which was super cute. I just love, love, love the aesthetic, and yeah, that's so cute. And lastly, I did get this Miku print, which I just thought was super cute. And because they were also doing a deal, so I was like, oh, I'll just throw this in, because I really, really wanted the Missy and Sua prints the most. And they did actually have more of like all the characters on these like square prints, but I didn't want to like split up any pairs. So I just got Missy and Sua and then got the Miku, but very, very cute. And last but not least, we do have my last purchase of the con. So this is from an artist that I have bought from before. However, I don't think I've ever shown it on a haul on this channel before. But they do have a lot of Pokemon prints and things. So I got this Latias and Latias prints, which I absolutely love. Pokemon Heroes is my favourite movie, and I absolutely love Latias and Latias. So I just really wanted this print. I actually have bought a keychain from them of Latias and Latias, but now I got this print. I was also in my feels for Pokemon Heroes because of something that you'll probably see, I think, in the next video, so teasing that. And then while I was getting that, I also saw this charm, which I thought was super cute, and then as I was buying it, they're like, oh, by the way, this is a shaker, and I was like, excuse me, it's a shaker? Which I will just add, this is the artist, but obviously I will have put it on screen. Stops focusing on Latias and Latias. Thank you. Yes, so first of all, I absolutely love this Sakura Cherry Blossom, what's it called, clip. But yeah, so obviously we've got all of the evolutions, but if you can see, there's some glitter in it, which actually moves around, which I love. So that's a cool detail. Let me see if I can shake it up a bit more. There you go. Kind of moving around. But yes, I didn't even see that, but that's one of the reasons why it's so thick as well. But I just really, really liked the composition and art for all of the evolutions. So yes, that was everything that I picked up at Megacon. For me, it's not actually that much, but I absolutely loved all of the pickups that I got. And yes, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye!